Hey, Salaki, your brothers I had got a phone call. One of the brothers had called me, but we gonna jump back into it. Like I was saying, we waiting upon Yahweh Bashim Masha, you know, because we know him to be, very trustworthy, man. Like I was saying, he's sending forth our shy to set us free, and that's what we waiting on. We can't get ourselves out of this place where we at. We can't deliver ourselves. Only Yahweh Shemashah can deliver us, man. And that's what we hoping for. We hoping to be those elect men that the scriptures speak of, you know, that will receive salvation and being set free. And being kept from danger and harm and pursuit from others, man. And that's what we want. To be in the Lord's pavilion. To be in the Lord's protection. You see? So let's get one more scripture. This is Psalms 27 and 4. It says, "One thing I have desired of Yahweh, that will I seek after." And what we seeking for is wisdom, is knowledge. Being inside his temple, meditating upon the scriptures daily. You know what I'm saying? It says, "One thing I have desired of Yahweh, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life." And we trying to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of our lives too as well. It says that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of Yahweh, to inquire in his temple, delighting in the Lord's perfection, meditating, thinking deeply and pondering upon these scriptures. You see? Verse 5, it says, "For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion." In the pavilion, let's look that up. Pavilion, right? It says, hold on. Should say something about shelter. Hold on. Anyway, it says usage as shelter, and we trying to be sheltered, from danger, harm, kept from a destruction. It says describes care or refuge. And we already got into refuge. We can get it again. A condition of being safe or sheltered from pursuit, danger, or trouble. Being in the Lord's sanctuary. And it's got that Psalms 27 that I'm in. We can look it up in the click the lexicon. See, a tent or a house. Something that's giving a place of shelter, you know. What's the house give? Shelter. You see, let's keep reading. It says, for in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion, in his secret place, in the secret of his tabernacles shall he hide me. He should set me upon a rock, you know, far from out of reach. You know, somewhere that's given somewhere far from out of reach. It says in the NLT, for he will conceal me there when trouble comes. He will hide me in his sanctuary. He will place me out of reach, you know, on a high rock, you know. You feel me? Getting beamed up to the chariots, that's going to be far from out of reach too as well. You know, so when destruction on the way, we're going to get beamed up. Abarada's I would be part of that number. You know, far from out of reach, kept from the dangers and pursuit and troubles. You see, how Bashar Mashar gonna make sure his men is protected and kept from that. So with that, I hope this, the lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kafadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace of blessings and salutations to the whole field. Till the next time I say, Shalom.